furniture and mattress store.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
She's leaving a lasting impact. Tonight, former students are reflecting on the loss of their teacher.
Many people will miss her. Many people love her.
In just a moment.
Plus, the fight for benefits for veterans is not over. Our RI team is taking a closer look at the latest investigation into the VA backlog for claims.
But first, you might want to rethink your Wednesday night dinner plans. The First Alert Radar Network lit up in green right now. We've got showers moving across the southeast.
So how long will this weather stick around, Riley?
Man, it's looking like all night long for us, even for the first half of our Thursday. This is a very big area of low pressure moving out of the Gulf in the next about 10 minutes.
News of the passing of a Grovetown high school teacher sending waves through our community. Sonia Wells was a language arts teacher and the JV cheerleading coach, along with assistant girls basketball coach at the school.
Tonight, some of our former students are speaking on the impact she made. Our Nick Veland is live in the newsroom for us. So, Nick, what did they have to say?
Yeah, well, they say Sonia Wells was a one-of-a-kind inside and outside the classroom with a heart of an angel. Now that she's gone, students will forever miss Miss Wells.
Grovetown High School's campus quiet as school continues without one of their own.
It's heartbreaking because she was a loving teacher. Like, that was one of the teachers I always look forward to seeing.
A language arts teacher, a girls basketball and cheer coach, who was a warrior fighting for every student.
If I didn't have her, I would have not graduated in 2019. She was definitely a big impact.
And she was single-handedly responsible for her success.
Brittany Cameron was about to homeschool her daughter until she met Miss Wells.
Just feeling like everything and everyone was against her, to now like being excited about her future. Now my daughter is a B student.
Miss Wells students now walk with her legacy in mind.
And she said to me, "Miss Mama, who's going to be in my corner now?" And I said, "Miss Wells." Because even though she's not here physically, she's still there. She's set your way. Your way is set up for you, and the best way to honor her is to continue on the path that she set for you.
She warmed your heart. You knew it was her big smile, all of that. That's how I would remember her. Very loving and caring woman.
Continues to go on. Her students say she was always willing to talk, always willing to pray, and even would take her students to church if they wanted to go, and overall a teacher who will forever be missed at Grovetown High School.
Okay, you can tell from the love from all of our students how much she will be missed.
Nick, thanks for that. Also tonight, hundreds of thousands of those who fought for our country are fighting another battle now, a battle for their own benefits. New numbers show the VA backlog has passed 300,000 claims.
And this number represents claims that have been pending more than 125 days, so we're not exactly talking about ones that are brand new here. For years, our I-team has been tracking problems with claims related to Agent Orange taking years to go through the system.
But as Meredith Anderson has learned, there could be some new hope now for some of those malicious claims. Meredith?
These are often the claims that end up on appeal, which a lot of these claims do. New data the I-team uncovered today shows if the appeal needs a hearing, the average wait time right now is 847 days. That's more than 2 years. It now has the attention of a Georgia senator looking to change that.
4 years.
I'll probably never see it.
Our I-team has documented veterans fighting for benefits.
I got sick doing what you told me to do. I went where you told me to go.
Some call it deny till you die.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Even a director of Veterans Affairs fighting.
Part of me feels that they make this process so difficult, so hard, most veterans give up.
Now Senator John Ossoff is joining that fight. He's launching an inquiry with the Department of Veterans Affairs into wait times when VA claims are appealed. In this letter to Secretary Dennis McDonough, Senator Ossoff calls the years-long wait times extensive and unacceptable. He also says Georgia veterans describe a lack of clear and consistent communication about those wait times, which leave them and their families in limbo. just days ago. The VA released its quarterly report for 2023, and here are the current average wait times on appeals. For a direct appeal, where the VA takes another look and there's no new info provided, it's an extra 312 days. That's actually better than the VA's goal of a full year. For an evidence appeal, where the veteran sends in more documentation, it's another 403 days. Again, better than the goal set at 550 days. For a hearing, vets are waiting an average of 847 days, more than 2 years. That's more than the goal of 730 days.
A long time. Senator Ossoff did not give a deadline for the VA secretary to answer, but he did ask for a timely response, and he closed his letter thanking him in advance for a prompt response. Of course, I'll keep you updated with what that response is.
Okay, Meredith, we know you'll stay on top of it. Thank you. Augusta's second panhandling ordinance workshop started off on the same rocky footing as last meeting. The legal team saying panhandling ordinance similar to the ones in Charleston and Dublin would be unconstitutional to pass now. But after a few businesses spoke in front of commissioners about the problems they're facing with panhandlers, still needs to happen. Craig Allison, live on Broad Street in downtown Augusta. So, Craig, if an ordinance can't be the answer, where are commissioners turning for the solution?
Well, a lot of support turned right back around to the PR campaign that's already active in Savannah right now. A lot of businesses, including a few here in downtown Augusta, where an aggressive panhandling ordinance already exists, says the problem is growing and are excited for any form of change.
It's hard for us to go through a lot of times and filter these people out. You don't want to be prejudiced.
All around excitement from businesses today in support of a new campaign called Give Change That Counts to help inform the public on panhandling. Some just found out today about resources available like free bus tickets to the shelter the campaign would direct people to.
And I have managers who come to me and say, what do we do about this? And I don't have an answer for them. We had continually asked Richmond County, hey, we have this gentleman next door, somebody needs to go speak to him, something needs to be done.
But they're not the only ones.
A lot of surveys come back from our guests about people in the parking lots, pulling on car doors. I've personally witnessed people taking showers in our sinks in our public bathrooms.
Serious mental health issues, leaving needles and things like that in our stairwells. We've had homeless people that have died on our sidewalk. I pay somebody to help keep up the property and pay, to pick up the trash that is created.
Where law enforcement is concerned, the marshal's office still says there isn't enough teeth in what laws are available, as well as low staffing to patrol frequently. For Commissioner Jordan Johnson, it's making sure homeless efforts already approved don't get overlooked. And this PR campaign now heads to full commission next week. We're at $25,000 for the first year to see how it will go, all on a vote next week. In Augusta, Craig Allison on your side.
Okay, thanks for that complicated problem, Craig. But before you know it, we'll be heading to the polls to vote. It is an off season, but there are still big local races going on.
Right, one for mayor of Grovetown, and here are the three candidates asking for your support. Incumbent Gary Jones running for his third term. His challenges are Soretta Smith and Deborah Fisher. Cindy Hood introducing us to each candidate, starting today with Deborah Fisher.
Change could be driving into Grovetown. That's what the signs across the city hint. Deborah Fisher is one of three running for mayor.
I don't work a full-time job. I'm totally retired. I have a lot of time that I can spend at City Hall.
She's spent time here as a councilwoman.
As mayor, it would give me a bit more leverage to spearhead things without else to do it.
Things like traffic.
We have people in Columbia County who are subject matter experts on dealing with traffic. We might not be able to change those roads, but there are things we can do to make traffic flow more smoothly.
Construction and orange cones all around shows growth is inevitable here.
It just seems like for the past few years, things have just been stagnant. We've been growing up from outside in, but we haven't provided much services to our citizens.
Her vision involves more green spaces.
I would definitely expand our recreation center. It's room up there for a walking track. It's room up there for maybe pickleball, and some other sports areas. But we just have to do things. We have to invest in the citizens.
And with more development and growth moving in, she says more public transportation is needed.
I have time to work on issues like that because I am totally retired. I have time to spend at the city hall, to work with the administration to find out what things we need to be doing.
3 candidates fighting for 1 seat, but the choice is up to you. In Grovetown, Sydney Hood, on your side.
And we'll hear from each candidate between now and Election Day.
Yeah, early voting starts Monday and it goes through November the 3rd.
Buttery breadsticks, they're closer than you might think. Stick around to learn when the newest Olive Garden will open the doors.
And we have a lot of rain heading our way tonight, lasting through the first half of our Thursday. More rain Friday, but luckily drying out just in time for the weekend. While that full forecast coming up.
Time and temp.
Off our temperatures heading into next week thanks to that front Saturday, where actually we'll get some mornings back down into the 40s next week and cool highs only into the 60s.
The new Augusta Olive Garden, right across from News 12 near Costco, will be open just in time for the holidays. The date is set for November 27th, and their liquor license has been approved. And good news if you live in Aiken, their brand new Olive Garden opened Monday. That one is on Whiskey Road.
Okay, breadsticks for everybody there.
Yeah, a lot of Olive Garden enthusiasts in these parts.
Check it out, Augusta's 5th Street Pedestrian Bridge in the running now for another Department of Transportation award. The bridge won a regional award back in August. Now it's on a national level. Our bridge, one of 12 projects across the U.S. in the running for America's Transportation Award.
You know, a lot of folks think we're just the normal roadways and bridges and that all we care about is cars. Well, I think that demonstrates that couldn't be further from the truth with this having that pedestrian and multimodal facility, and really that's who it's built for. So it took a lot of collaboration from our side of the river in Georgia, but also our partners across the water in North Augusta and South Carolina to make this happen.
So if the bridge wins the People's Choice, the winner takes home $10,000, and you can play a big role in making this happen. If you want to do this, you have until November the 14th to get in and vote. You can head to a link on our website and vote once every 24 hours, hoping for the best for our local transportation project there. Beautiful pedestrian bridge with a great view there of the Savannah River. Coming up, along with an update on the Braves in Game 3, Dan breaks down the Under the Lights top 5 plays of the week. It's all ahead next in sports.
First alert.
And you'll never forget it.
Augusta's best luxury dealer, Jim Hudson, now brings you the best GM brand, Cadillac. The best of the best, now open. Jim Hudson Cadillac on Washington Road. Cadillac Luxury is now at Jim Hudson in Augusta. Get the area's best customer experience and Cadillac service. Now you can service your Cadillac at an authorized Cadillac dealer in Augusta. Now open. Jim Hudson Cadillac on Washington Road.
It's fair to say once, and you'll never forget it.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
Due to the late game heroics of Austin Riley and Michael Harris, the Braves made Game 2 of the NLDS a classic baseball fans won't be forgetting anytime soon. Game 3 of the NLDS is in action as we speak up in Philly. The first 2 innings, the bats were quiet a little bit, but then they woke up in the third. Bryce Harper's 3-run homer is the difference right now. The third inning just ended moments ago. I'll have a full breakdown of Game 3 tonight at 11. Our local footballers have been continuing to raise the bar with each passing Friday, and Week 8 was no exception. Without any further ado, it's time for the Under the Lights top 5 plays of the week. Coming in at number 5, Harlem and Hepzibah. Ethan Evangelista launches this ball deep downfield. That ball is tipped by the defender and goes directly into the arms of Ronald Oliver, who does the rest for the touchdown. Harlem picks up a huge win in region play, 41-20. Number 4, Strom Thurmond and Saluda. Quan Edmond drops back to pass, and he takes a shot towards the end zone. Jay Sewell goes up and gets it, making a nice diving catch for the score. Strom Thurmond got revenge on Saluda and left no doubt with a big win, 48-3. At number 3, like every year, the 378 war between Lincoln County and Washington Wilkes was wild from start to finish. The Red Devils were up by 6 in overtime, and this pass breakup pickup in the end zone ended the game, securing Lincoln County's victory 27-21. Number 2, Washington County and West Side. The Golden Hawks were backed up on their own 2-yard line, and somehow Kamate Durden shoots out of this pile like a cannonball, going 98 yards to the house for the touchdown. That long run powered the Golden Hawks to victory 21-13. And our Under the Lights play of the week comes to us from the game between North Augusta and Aiken. Corey Tillman lets it loose deep downfield. Connor Brown makes an incredible catch, mossing 2 defenders for the touchdown. That was an unbelievable play, and the Jackets are sitting at 6-2 after another impressive win. Week 9 begins tomorrow night, and here are your choices for the Under the Lights game of the week. Scan the code on your screen now or log onto our website to cast your vote.
Dan, thanks very much. I want to update this traffic situation we mentioned a moment ago. Happening now. Dispatch now telling us it's a multiple car accident near exit 194 that's causing this huge backup on I-20 westbound, backing traffic up all the way to that point, the Bobby Jones Expressway and beyond. It looks like no word on how many cars are involved in this, but they say there are no injuries to report so far. They do have records on the scene, so hopefully all this will clear up soon. But I-20 westbound all the way between Bel Air Road exit and Bobby Jones Expressway and beyond seem to be backed up on the westbound lane, and Riley says traffic rain's moving in, so heads up for all that.
Well, if you want to travel back in time, we have the deal for you, the Canal to Cloth Tour. A day at the mill at the Augusta Canal Discovery Center gives you an opportunity to do just that. Twice a month, the tour brings you back to learn about the textile industry here in Augusta. It's an immersive tour. It makes you a part of the history, and that tour is funded by grant money through Destination Augusta. Features actors from the Augusta Junior Players, and it's held one Thursday and one Saturday each month. So if you'd like to bring the family, we'll have a link to buy tickets on our website.
Bringing history alive right there. It is a cross-country race between hot air balloons. 17 teams lifting off Saturday in Albuquerque, New Mexico, heading east in the wind. The winning team has to fly the farthest distance from that launch site. Multiple balloons made their way over central and south Georgia, landing in places like Savannah and Wrightsville and Johnson County. Overnight, the winners, a French team, sailed right over Augusta before landing near Jacksonville. Not the city in Florida, but the one in North Carolina. So just a crazy cross-country hot air balloon race. What an adventure that must have been. We're back with more in just a moment.
Call us today to get your high-efficiency Carrier heating and cooling system. Busby's, trusted since 1945.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
All right, another quick look at your 7-day forecast. Remember, a lot of rain moves in tonight. It will stick around for the first half of our Thursday. Thursday afternoon does look mostly dry. Friday, we cannot rule out an on and off shower at any point during the day. That will continue into early Saturday, but luckily, mostly dry Saturday afternoon and through the weekend.
Our next live update comes at 7 o'clock on NBC 26.
Then we're back for more News 12 at 11. We'll see you then.